Hi tribe, we're Twin Oracles. Welcome. Hope you're having a wonderful day. We're here with another tarot reading or oracle reading here. These are some of the decks that we may or may not be using. And I would also like to introduce you to the Pink Dream Clarity deck by Which Way Witchery. It's a really cute and adorable deck. That's the front of the card. The back of it. Sorry, that's the back of the cards. I hope you can see that, and that's the front of the card. Okay, so it's a great clarifying deck. With this deck, we want you to take a moment to think of a question before we begin the video. And so think of a question, and we will answer this question using this deck at the end of the video. So please stay tuned until the very end in order to receive the answer to your question. You'd be very surprised too with the turnouts. So we're going to start with the affirmations deck, Words of Inner Wisdom by Lorraine Anderson. We hope all of you are enjoying your day today. Where we are, it's a beautiful sunny day today. Definitely you can feel the spring is in the air. For some of you today, you might have had a burst of emotional energy come out of you for no reason, out of nowhere. And I'm hearing breathe. It's like this really heavy burst of emotions. Like you probably broke out into tears for no reason. And you're like, I don't know what overcame me. I don't even know what happened. Just know that could be something that is, first of all, you're very intuitive. You're very intuitive. You could have Neptune as one of your ruling planets. You could be a Pisces or a Cancer, but you're very empathic, so you feel things, and you are potentially feeling something that is to happen in the future. It feels like in the future you might, out of the blue, you might be taking a really big, this is just a channel message that I'm picking up here, but you might just be you might have a complete big change in your life. You might have to completely move one city that you've been in for years, that you love, and go somewhere completely different, somewhere else in your country. You might go cross country, you might go to a different country. And so you're feeling that, you're picking that up in the future. And some of you have a hard time with your throat chakra as well. Swallowing this information, this news. Right, and so it's an adventure that you will be embarking on in the future, but in order to embark on that, there are things that you're gonna have to leave behind. That's not always comfortable. So that's what that burst of energy was. For those of you that were feeling this burst of tears flood your day for no reason. So the first message out is connect. This message came out yesterday, I believe. Okay, so I want to... Yesterday's tarot reading. I think it was called... please watch our previous video, which feels like this might be a continuation of that video called Blocked in Abundance. Twin Oracles Talk, Blocked in Abundance. It was a talk video, wasn't tarot. Was it talk? Well, you just said talk, yeah. Oh, sorry. Sorry, my apologies. Thank you, twin sister. The Twin Oracles Tarot video titled Connecting Through Challenges. Okay, so it was a tarot video. It was a tarot video that we uploaded, I believe it was yesterday. I'm not sure if it was yesterday or today, but nonetheless, the title of this tarot video that we already uploaded is called Connecting Through Challenges. Okay, so it feels like this might be a carryover message. I'm just going to take a moment to state the first message out. So for some of you, you're very connected. You're very connected to source and spirit, and that's why you had this surge of emotion come out of you, because you're very intuitive, very connected. So that's confirming and validating this channeled message that I just received. So connect. Within each being is a light that connects us all. How you treat others is a reflection of how you treat yourself. And the next card out is number 17, which says, see not with your eyes, but with your soul. Trust in yourself to know the answer. Interesting to see. For some of you, it's exactly the channeled message that I was picking up. You're seeing things through your third eye, or feeling things through your third eye before it's even happening, because you're that connected. You're that connected. And crazy how... Sorry. crazy how
My apologies, I moved
earlier, if you did have this burst, it's because of you're so connected. I'm hearing Neptune again. You're very connected, and you pick things up before they even happen. So there's nothing wrong with you. You're not going crazy. You're just very intuitive. You see things through your third eye. You're very, very connected to God. You really pick up on things very easily. You're very connected to the moon as well. Some of you might be nocturnal, where you like to stay up late. For some of you, you have a hard time sleeping. So place it where it fits. And
keeping in mind these are general messages, so if the messages do not resonate, do not force them. Allow the messages to pass by you and perhaps wait for the next message to come.
So next we're going to use the tarot cards Dark Forest from Etsy. They're really cute and adorable also. And we'll see what further messages God wants to give us. For some of you, you have dream prophecy, I'm picking up. So for some of you, you get a lot of your messages in your sleep. So for those of you that this resonates, make sure you always keep paper and pen by your bed. Always be grateful if you do have this. It's a gift. It's beautiful. Be grateful for this gift. For some of you, you like to be alone. For some of you, you're highly aspected in Virgo, and you like to be alone. You're really at peace by yourself, by the water, in silence.
We have 3 cards out. First card out is the 5 of Pentacles. Second card out is the 6 of Cups. And third card out is the 4 of Swords. So it feels as though some of you are being forced to rest.
Okay, too many cards. We have 5 cards. Too many cards.
Some of you are being
I'll take this one.
forced to rest at this time. It could be that someone Some of you may feel like there's no movement in your life, like things are stagnant and stuck. And one of the things that you're being asked to do, and I know this is so cliche, but to sit and meditate. It's like there's something, your life is going in a new direction, and it's game time, it almost feels like, but you're being asked to get prepared, to get ready for game time. But you're being asked to let go of the people, things, situations, circumstances behind that are no longer serving you. There's things that maybe once made you happy but no longer make you happy that you're being asked to leave behind.
For some of you, there's something that happened when you were a child. You felt abandoned or alone. Maybe some of you might have separation anxiety now because of it, and you're being asked to sit with that in order to heal that situation.
Or there's memories. Some of you are haunted by or stuck by the memories that you're holding on to of the past. And these memories are what's keeping you stuck and stagnant and blocked. And by taking a time out, by meditating, it feels as though you will receive some insight on how to free yourself from this, how to move forward from this. And from there, you might also get some further messages. Like you might, during that space or during that time, receive different gifts, such as, when you free your heart, when you open up your heart, it feels like some of you have a closed off heart right now because of past pain. And when your heart is closed off, you can't create from that space. And so Spirit is saying, God is saying, meditate so that you can find a way to open up your heart again. And you can only do this by releasing your past pains and hurts, when you let go of the past, your heart will then open up. And when your heart is open, you can, from that space, create what you want to create, but also receive gifts that God wants to give to you. And it could be dream prophecy for some of you. Now, from others of you, it could be, you have this ability to see something in your mind's eye, and that becomes the prophecy. So what you see in your mind's eye comes true. For many of you, it can be a combination of the both, like of both of them.
Of the two.
Of the two.
For some of you, here we have the High Priestess, the Emperor, and the King of Pentacles. I'm seeing that your heart is in between a rock and a hard place, however that saying goes. Basically, your focus, it could, okay, so there's a business enterprise or a business opportunity or growth within finances, financial gain of some sort that you're trying to develop, expand, and grow. And you're trying to take control of your life, you're trying to take control of your business, and you're really focused on the money bag. And there's something, it's like you have to make a change. There's a change that you're needing to make. There are some of you where you know that there's a change that has to be made, but you can't choose from between one and the other. And for others of you, you're trying to build this business, you're trying to leverage it, trying to make it bigger, expand it, and grow, and it's not moving the way that you want it to. It's kind of stuck. And it could be number one, because there's something that you're not seeing. Or number two, you don't have all the information yet. There's lack of clarity going on right now. So if you don't have all the information yet, just wait a little bit, perhaps. Wait a little bit.
Time out, retreat.
Take some time out to think things over, mentally process things logically. Take that extra time, maybe 4 days extra, to really think about this. And by the end of those 4 days, new information will emerge. And then you'll be like, oh, I get it. This is what I have to do. Well, that was easy. From stagnation, it turns into that.
Yeah, and I'm getting the same message here as well. It feels as though some of you might have had some monetary concerns, like, how am I going to pay off my credit card, or where am I going to get the money to make the minimum payments, or how am I going to pay the bills, or there's some sort of concern here, and you're wanting to change this and turn your life, a complete overthrow of your life where you're happy. You remember the time you were happy when, memories of the past where you remembering those times when you were happy. And, before these worries or these daily stressors of how you're going to pay the bills came into play. Prior to that point, you were happy. And so you're reminiscing over the past, you're reminiscing over those times where you were happy. And God is saying, it's almost like you're looking for a way out. You're looking for a way to free yourself from the system, to free yourself from the debt, to free yourself from the worry, to free yourself from the fear, to free yourself from whatever this might be for you. But there's something that weighs heavy on your mind. There's something that consumes your mind. The thoughts just repeat over and over and over in your mind, and you want to free yourself from it. And so God is saying, the quickest way out is to go in.
To connect.
The quickest way out is to go in. And connect. And connect.
We're just laughing because we always read each other's minds.
So we look over at each other and we're like, that's what I was going to say. So the quickest way to get out of this is to go within, okay? To connect within yourself. To see the way out is to sit your way in. I'm not sure if this is making sense for you. I'm seeing that there's a rainbow at the end of the tunnel, and at the end of it, you're going to start laughing because you're going to say, wow, why didn't I think of this before? And, you know, it could be as simple as, okay, perhaps you know that saying, it's not what you make, it's what you save. It could be even taking some time to like write down on paper exactly where what your expenditures are every month, and asking yourself, what can I cut out? Like, is this a need? Is this a necessity?
Or is it a commodity?
Or is it a commodity? Right? So, you know, sometimes we automatically think we need more money, but it's also a time to think of, what do we need though?
Or what do we need less of?
What do we need less of? And so it's to separate your needs from your wants. To actually sustain yourself in this life, you don't need much.
And
although our mind tells us that we never have enough. I need this, I need this, I need this, I need more of this, I need more of this, I need more of this, I don't have enough. We always need more is what our minds tell us. But in actuality, the heart doesn't need much to sustain itself. And
God always gives you what you need when you need it. That's a guarantee. If you think back in your life, you know, earlier today, there was something where I said, oh, I need this. And 2 seconds, oh yeah, I needed to wash my hands. And 2 seconds later, there was hot water and napkin right in front of me. So like this beautiful
that
sauna.
was sitting there all along.
Yeah,
and it was sitting there all along right in front of her. And so this is the energy of this. It feels like there's something that you're not seeing that's already in front of you that can free you, can liberate you, can make you happy, can make your dreams come true. But you're being asked to sit with it, to see yourself out of it.
Yes, so you're being asked to sit with it, but also you're not paying attention to notice it.
And that's why it's important to meditate, because that is creating the space and the time for this to come through you, for a message to come through, an idea to come through, a thought to come through, whatever that looks like, however it resonates for you, place it however you can place it in your life. But you're being asked to take some time to rest, to sit in silence, maybe with a pen and paper in case some thoughts come up, pertaining to whatever this is, whatever is weighing heavy on you.
And don't suffocate it, pull back, and give it 4 days. Give it some time to breathe.
And you can ask the universe to answer you in the next 4 days.
Because we literally here have 3 different messages of connecting, being still, listening to the messages, praying to God. And for some of you, you will get the answer in your sleep, is what I'm hearing. It'll literally wake you up in your sleep and you'll be like, oh, I get it. Okay, great. I know what I need to do now. There was something else that I was hearing and I forgot.
Was it about seeing? Connecting?
I'm not sure. There's just some information that you're not seeing. There's something that you don't know yet.
Yeah, you might not know this yet for some of you, but for others of you, there's something here right in front of you that you're just not seeing. Mm-hmm. Okay, so there's a couple different groups here. Some of you, there's the answer to your question is right in front of you. You haven't made that connection yet. So you're being asked to connect in silence so that you can connect to this idea, this epiphany, this way out,
this master plan, I heard.
And for others of you, you might not have all the information yet. So you're being asked to, while the information is still uploading or coming into your life, you're being asked to meditate, to take a rest, to retreat, and to give it at least 4 days. And ask the universe, say, I'm going to relax for the next 4 days, but I ask you to give me the clear message or the clear sign as to, all the information that I need to make this choice or this call or this change or this move, however it resonates.
The answer is already in your heart. It's just to listen to the whispers of your heart.
So let's get some.
So we have 2 cards. So what do we have here? So for some of you, Yes, it's like my twin sister had said. For some of you, it's something that's been ruminating in your mind over and over again. Like, what can I do? How do I resolve this? What route do I take? What do I need to change in my life to have a breakthrough so I can break free? For some of you, you have heard and been told the message a few times to meditate. You've heard it on a video you've watched, or you've
Numerous
actually
times.
heard the voice to meditate. Some of you have seen the scripture that says, "Be still and know that I am God," so be still. Some of you, the word like meditation or prayer has been coming to you so many times, but you're running from it. You're running from it. And let me just say that this is why you can't see the answers, because you're heavily here being asked to go within, be still, meditate, pray. You know, people have different forms of it. But this is why you don't know the answer right now, because you're meant to see the answer through blind faith. You're meant to see the answer in your heart, to feel the answer, to connect with God and feel the answer come through. So it's for some of you, it's like I'm saying, like you're overhauling your whole life, like my twin had said. And this is a big move. And you want to make sure that you're not making the wrong decision, the wrong choice, but you're not connecting to God. And that creates a separation. When you're not connected to God, you're not connected to the source of the divine, the truth, the quickest way to manifest what you want. God allows you for the direct route to where you need to be in order to get what you want. Now, if you don't follow that inner source and that inner guide and intuition and God, you'll eventually get there, but you'll take the long route. And so for those of you that are here today, this is no coincidence. This is God telling you yet again, this is a big decision you're making. How badly do you want to make the right decision? And so if you're wanting to make the right decision, as I just saw 2222, which is making a decision, for some of you, it could even be from a partnership.
I was going to touch.
Some of you might need to leave a partner, and you've known this for a long time. You've outgrown each other, and you know this relationship might come to an end.
I do want to touch upon the relationship.
But I want to say, if you're not connecting to God, you're not allowing for the direct source and the direct route to get you to where you want to be. You'll eventually get there if you don't follow God and that spirit within, but it'll take you longer. So please hear this out, and please just, sit and be still. Just breathe and clear your mind. That's it.
If you want to run towards the shortcut. Don't take the long way.
Yes.
And that message might resonate for a few of you. You might be runners, actually. So
yeah, some of you might run.
And if you are a runner, this is a message for you. So now, some of you feels as though, that this reading is taking a different direction now. So I did feel earlier that there might have been a relationship from the past where someone might have left you out in the cold. Now, it could be that this person broke up with you. It could be that this person broke up with you. Okay, someone from the past, they broke up with you, and now suddenly, this is for some of you, someone broke up with you in the past, and now suddenly this person's coming in with a message.
Or a reconciliation.
Reconciliation. They're coming in with some sort of message, some sort of reconciliation.
Or a reunion, let's get back together.
And so you're being asked to sleep on it. You're being asked to meditate on it. You're being asked to sit with it. You're being asked to give yourself some time. You're being asked to give yourself 4 days. Okay?
4 days or 4 weeks even, for those of you that feel you need 4 weeks.
Because remember, if this person left you, sometimes history tends to repeat itself, and you want to make sure that you're doing what's right for you. Remember, when this person left you, they were doing what was right for them. And so all we're asking is for you to take some time to do what's right for you.
To decide what's right for you, to think about it, to contemplate, take a time out, take a 4-day vacation, take a 4-week solitude trip, however, whatever you can in your
Wait till the 4th
circumstance.
of May, depending on whenever you watch this video. But something about the number 4 is coming through very profoundly. Okay, buy yourself some time, give yourself the time necessary and required to make a sound decision.
Because right now,
in silence.
right now you don't have all the information, and from that space that you're in, it's hard to think straight or clearly.
And so for some of you, you don't have all the information. For others of you, the information's right underneath your nose. For some of you, you might decide to continue to stay broken up from this person, to continue to stay separated from this person. And others of you, you might make the decision to actually pursue this relationship further and give it a second chance, because this person might be your twin flame. So, it feels like 40-60. 40% of you might, be that person who might cut this person out, or vice versa. 60% of you might be the person that, takes this person back. Whatever it looks like, apply it in your life however it needs to, but I'm seeing 40 and 60.
And for some of you, this pertains to work. It doesn't have to pertain to relationships for all of you. For some of you, this is a job. This is a job that it just does not serve you anymore. Perhaps, there's something about your boss. They're old school or outdated, but there's just something about the way that you receive your money, your finances, your income that just doesn't resonate any longer. And you're being asked to follow your heart. Follow your heart. Follow your intuition. Follow God and the messages that you're hearing from God. And an example of hearing messages from God is, if you've already heard before to meditate, that was a message from God, and here it is again.
And if you've heard the same message 3 times, that's a strong message. So if you've heard once, okay, I should meditate. If you heard a second time, sit down and meditate. And now you're watching this video and we're saying meditate, please take a moment to just meditate. Okay, so some of you, this has to do with relationships. Some of you, this has to do with career. Some of this has to do with spirituality. God is wanting to bless you with gifts.
And it could be, like we said earlier here, a dream prophecy.
But you're being asked to allow these gifts to come into your space. But prior to doing that, you have to open up your heart space so that you can create, or you can allow these gifts to come in. So take these messages how they resonate with you.
And for some of you, a small select few of you, this also has to do with family. There's family here that for many, many, many years, probably ever since you were a child, they haven't been there for you the way that you've been there for them. Now, sure, you can say they love you, you love them, absolutely. In every family dynamic, there's always going to be some form of love there, no matter what. Whether you can see it, whether you can see it or feel it or not, there's always going to be love, but there's always going to be issues. But for a small group of you, these issues have always been against you. And what I mean by that is, you've been the black sheep. You've been the one called crazy. You've been the one that was always treated poorly. You were never treated the way that you expressed your love. You never received that back, and you'll know who you are. You never got back that which you gave in this family. And so it's to really think long and hard. Take 4 months if you need. I would say, if you're that family dynamics going on here, if this message is for you and your family, take 4 months. Don't take 4 weeks, take 4 months. Okay, and take that time out and think long and hard. Sometimes it's easier and best. Sometimes it's for the best, for the highest good for all people involved, for you to love from a distance and to love in silence. You can send more love in that energy from a distance and in silence, because you will be at more peace. So when you're in more peace, you will be able to offer more peace their way, send more peace their way, send more love their way. This is, and that's what I was picking up with the throat chakra. When we said earlier about the throat chakra, whoever was having issues with their throat chakra, this message was pertaining to you and the family. This is going to be hard to swallow, the fact that for some of you, you may have to Separate from your family.
Or even take a break. Now, your family might have been very generous when it came to giving, giving material
goods.
things or material goods to you. They might have been very generous, and they might have been lacking in the emotional department, right? So place this how it resonates with you. And some of you have a beautiful family. They gave you all the needs that you had. You had the basic needs, but like I mentioned, maybe emotionally you weren't able to connect with them. Maybe you tell them, I love you, I love you, I love you, but you never really hear that back.
And as I mentioned in the beginning, you're an empath. So for some of you, some of your family members are narcissists. And so how much longer do you want to go down that path? Because I will tell you one thing. If you continue to choose to accept narcissistic behaviors in your life, no matter who it's coming from, family or friends or a partner, or work, thank you, these lessons will continue to repeat themselves until you learn the lesson. And that lesson is, I love them so much, but I love myself more, and I know I deserve better. I love them so much, but I know I love myself more, and I deserve better. And these are just simple truths, and you can love them more from afar. And that's, if it's a job, if it's family, whatever it is, if it's a partner that you know is coming to a close, it's outdated, it's just not there for either end anymore. Follow your heart, follow your instincts, follow your intuition, talk to God, you'll know what to do.
And I do want to say that, I really want to hit home with this message for you to take time for you in silence to get clarity on this situation. Take time in silence to meditate and sit still and allow the answers to come to you. Take time for you to connect with spirit, to connect with source, to connect with God, making this spiritual connection for yourself
A priority.
So that you can make these educated decisions.
Wise decisions.
That will or will not bring you on a different path or a different journey. And as my twin sister had mentioned at the beginning of this reading, is that the decisions we make, ultimately, we're always going to get to the final destination, but a lot of times we cause ourselves our own heartache by making
or keeping,
I don't want to say making the wrong decision, because right, wrong, those are just labels, but sometimes labels can help us understand or gain more information. But what I'm trying to say is, sometimes you can take the direct route, and sometimes you go on a long detour. And it's totally up to you, whatever you decide. But there's an opportunity here for you to make a decision in your favor that's going to be more in alignment with what you really want to receive right here and right now. And in order to make this choice or this decision or go down this path, you're being asked to connect with God, to connect with spirit, to connect with source. As I just saw 3333. 3333. And we saw 2222. So 3333, partnering up, connecting with you and God. Partnering up with God and saying, let's do this. Let's do this.
And for some of you, when I mentioned at the beginning of the video, you burst out into tears for no reason. You were premonitioning perhaps this separation that is to come. And so you were feeling it beforehand. So take stock of that, make note of that, and see if that's really what you were feeling so you can know yourself better. You're here for a reason watching this video, and these messages are channeled messages.
And some of you, this might not have anything to do with money, career, love. It might not have anything to do with anything other than the fact that you're being asked to leave the old you behind. Maybe you had a traumatic experience. Maybe you were in a car crash, or you were in a bad car accident that changed your life. Maybe there was something in your life that changed you, okay? And now you're being asked to move forward, move on, move in a different direction, move in a new direction. But with that comes a lot of fear, a lot of pent up emotions from the past. Perhaps you're being asked to release and surrender this old you, this old version of you.
Or the traumatic experience
Or
itself.
the traumatic experience itself, that event that changed you. You might be being asked to leave that behind, but you don't know how. And this is subconscious and it's very deep, and you don't know how to let this go. Maybe it's been around for 6-7 years. Maybe this happened even when you were 6 or 7 years old. But nonetheless, the how will come to you when you create sacred space for it. It will come to you. It will come through you. And most times we go outside of us for answers and solutions and guidance. But this is something that you can discover within you.
And
when
that's
you turn inwards, you can see with your third eye a way out. And this way out is already here for you. You might not be seeing it, or you might not have all the information yet. And I will tell you, some of you will be moving and you don't know it yet.
And it's going to be a big move.
It's going to be a big move. It's not moving within your neighborhood, maybe not even moving within your city. It might be moving within provinces, or moving within
states.
countries, or moving between states.
It's
Whatever
a
the
life
case may
move.
be, some of you don't know that's what is coming for you is a big move. So we're going to leave that there. Place this how it resonates in your life. Now, is there anything that you want?
So just don't rush the process. This is a sensitive message. It's so deep. There's so much here.
Please comment below if these messages resonate with you. If you need some clarification, comment below for that as well. But at the beginning of the video, we said to make sure to watch the video until the very end, because we were going to pull a card to answer a specific question that you might have in mind. So if you want to pause this video, and if you know what that question is, great. If you don't know what that question is, then take a moment to pause this video and think of your question, and then we'll shuffle the deck. So let's take a moment here. Okay. Really breathe into your question. Meditate on it, or contemplate on it.
Thank you, God.
So the one that I got is, I think not. So if this message resonates with you and you're like, oh, I thought so, this message is definitely for you, okay? If you're like, oh, I was scared that was going to come out, again, know that this message is for you. So the message that I got is, I think not.
The message that I got is reword what you're asking. So for some of you, it feels like you jumbled like 2 or 3 questions all in one question. So I'm going to reshuffle. Reword what you're asking, simplify the question, be specific and be direct, and let's see what we get.
So I'm going to put this right beside the connect card.
And for some of you, I think it's saying reword what you're asking, because it's saying this is a question you don't even have to ask about because you already know. It's something that you're asking about that it's like, wait, what? You're still there?
That's the same.
Right?
I think that might be the answer, because with mine, I think not. It's like you're being asked to connect, because what you're asking about, you already know the answer to. It's like, I don't think so. So,
it's like, come again? You're asking me what? Like,
yes.
You already know the answer to this.
Let's put this here.
So I think we'll leave it at that. I think it's clear, because that's the message that I heard. It's like, this is saying you're still there. Like you can't see that. You already know the answer.
Sorry, we get like this. We get really excited with the same messages, but you can't see that you already know the answer. connect and know that you already know the answer. Like,
And for those of you that, you know, whether it was today or recent in the recent past, maybe what I had said earlier in the beginning of the message when I had said you burst out into tears for no reason. For some of you, where I had said that your throat, it's like tough for you to swallow, that you have to do what? You have to, you know, let go of some family members potentially. For those of you, this is saying your body is already telling you the answer. If you are having a hard time swallowing this message, as I was twice already, your body is already giving you the answer. You already know the answer. And for those of you who burst out into tears, and I said, like, you know, you're experiencing something that's to come, you already know this because you're that intuitive. Again, I'm hearing Neptune, Pisces, Cancer, like you're just very connected. So you already have all of these messages. You already have these truths. So you're not being asked to ask a question. You're being asked to follow your truth that your heart already knows. So that's pretty cool. We've never had that come out yet. It's really interesting.
so really,
Follow your intuition, follow your heart, and follow God's words.
and then take the time to connect. Really, please take the time to connect. You know, we're coming up against a new moon, April 30th,
And a solar eclipse.
and a solar eclipse. This is the perfect time to take the time to connect and make time for yourself.
And surrender anything old that needs to go, because it's an outdated way of thinking, doing, being, saying, reacting, and welcoming in the new. So we hope this resonates. We send all our messages with love, and we're grateful for you being here.
We thank you for watching. We ask that you take a moment to share, like, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell so you're notified when we upload new content. Thank you for watching. Your support is the foundation of our channel. It truly is. And it's you that encourages us to create more of this content for you. So please take some time to comment below. And yeah, we wish you all the best, and we hope you have a wonderful day.
And please share with friends and families. You just never know who you might help.
We
Bye.
love you.
We love you.
We thank you. And as always,
Always.
here we are. Oh, we can do this. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
We
here
love
go.
you.
We love you.
Bye for now.
Bye.